All right, so if you guys are familiar with the channel, you guys already know that I'm a huge fan of this sneaker right here. This is the New Balance 1080 V12, and this features Fresh Foam X in the midsole. Really incredibly soft stuff. One of my top 5 comfort sneakers in the last 3 years. But now I looked on New Balance's website, and they have a laceless version of this model. So I was like, dudes, I didn't know that, and so I wanted to go ahead and check them out, try them out, let you guys know my thoughts on the new model, some of the things I like and dislike. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So let's go ahead and get into the laceless version of the New Balance 1080 V12. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching the video. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you guys want to buy a pair of these or the original pair or any of the other top New Balances that I absolutely love, check the link in the description. There's like 4 amazing ones out right now for the new year. That's just been nuts. But this is another pair that dropped, and I looked on their site. I was like, do I need these? Like, they're the same price as the regular pair at $160, and they have a really nice generous stack of Fresh Foam X on the midsole of here. I definitely want to compare both of these shoes, let you guys know some of the similarities and differences from the regular pair versus the laceless pair. But just first impressions right out of the box, like, it looks pretty sleek. Like, it's definitely like a sleek, fun looking upper with no laces on the shoe. And then you do see this split pull tab on here that says New Balance when it's put together, but the tongue actually separates and it just says Balance. So I kind of like that did the wordplay on the dual pull tabs here. Pretty cool. And in which way it does have a little bit of a tongue here that does stick up, add a little bit of padding here, but it also is stretchy on the inside of the shoe and holds your foot down quite well and quite snug inside of the shoe, but not so snug that it just feels ridiculous or uncomfortable. Now, I did get the wide version as well, which is something that I really love, the fact that New Balance has wide feet offerings for otherwise standard foot models. So I have the wide version of the 1080 V12 as well as the uncaged version, and I'm happy I did that because I like the extra room in the toe box. I don't know if there's actually much extra room in the heel section versus a regular, but it feels like a better fit overall for my foot. True to size is what I go with, so a 9.5, but then I go with the wide version. So love the fact that they have those options. It definitely has a wide forefoot in here and a pretty wide heel as well. And before we get too deep into the review, let's go ahead and get into the words from what New Balance says about the product. If we only made one running shoe, that would be the 1080. What makes the 1080 unique is that it isn't just the best running shoe we make, it delivers the top of the line performance of the best running shoes we make in every kind of runner. Whether you're training for world-class competition or catching a rush hour train, the versatile application of the 1080's technological features allows you to do something more miles, more often, more comfortably. The Fresh Foam X 1080 Unlaced fine-tunes the cushioning, weight, and flexibility ratios that makes the 1080 so adaptable to the stresses that occur during the course of every run. Signature Fresh Foam X cushioning technology is paired with lightweight, engineered knit upper, focuses on breathability and stretch, and strategic support elements. So these do weigh in at 10.3 ounces versus the 10.7 of a standard pair. Again, these are the wide foot versions, but still a little nice improvement of weight without the laces in the shoe. I would say the overall feel of these on feet, for me, it was a really cool feeling because you put your foot in and there's so much freedom in your toe box area. You definitely have that with the 1080s as well, but for some reason it feels so much more like liberating in this sneaker right here without the laces. It kind of reminds me of the Nike Sock Dart for anybody that's ever tried that shoe back in the day, but with much better cushioning on the 1080 V12. Now the midsole and the outsole is exactly the same as the 1080 V12 standard version, which is perfectly good because it's honestly one of the best features of the shoe. You have the Fresh Foam X midsole, which is amazing, and then you have nice traction on the bottom. But one of the things that I love about this shoe is just the overall shape and the structure of the 1080 V12 specifically. It just has a nice natural motion feel to my feet when I walk around. It's something I mentioned a lot in the past, but it's so true still. I've used a lot of new sneakers recently, and I still like coming back to the 1080 and wearing them because, again, it just feels natural walking. It's not too high of a cushion stack, it's not too low, it's not too soft and squishy. There's just the right amount of everything that they have created in this midsole that makes it excel, in my opinion, which is why they charge $160 for the shoe, and it's something that I really enjoy. Now, there's a ton of different options that New Balance has. In fact, I've covered a lot of them on this channel. If you guys do want me to do a deep dive comparison between the 1080, the Rebel Fuel Cell, the Super Comp Trainers, the More V4s. Those are the top 4 that come to my mind, but there's also the Hero 7s and the Super Comp Racers. So there's lots of different stuff that New Balance has. Any which way, if you guys want to see a comparison amongst a lot of those things, leave a comment and let me know. Back to the upper on the laceless version. I actually really like the engineering that they did here because you could see there's a little bit of an X with some ribbed-like sort of stretch material across the front of the shoe, and it actually helps lock down your shoe, but not so much where it feels uncomfortable. It just locks it in enough where you're like, okay, there's some stretch here, and it's nice and easy to get on your foot. You can get these on with no hands if you really want to. However, sometimes the tongue gets pushed down and then you have to kind of pull it back out. So if you strategize your step in, it's like pretty easy to do, but it took me a couple times to go, oh yeah, I have to avoid the tongue, dig down, and then put the foot on, and then put the shoe on if I want to go the lazy no hands route. Just throwing that out there because I do like to put on my sneakers with no hands. Figured some of you guys like to do the same thing. That's one of the things I would say if I had to nitpick. Something that they could adjust is make it easier to slip on so you don't have to adjust so much as like its own entity of a sneaker. It could be like more of a standardized sneaker that you could slip on and go. But all in all, like I said, I made the adjustment. It was good. The other thing that I would say that is a little bit of a nuisance is the material around the collar of the shoe. I do wish it was softer around the heel. I'm thinking back personally to the 1080v10 and the 1080v11, how it had the heel cup that had the neoprene type material back here. A lot of people didn't really like that type of fit, and it might not even be appropriate for this shoe because a lot of people said it has a lot of heel slip with the older style, but I feel like it would feel so much better when you're sliding the shoe on. This is a shoe that you have to wear running socks at least. No shows, you'll get a little bit of rubbage around the collar. But overall, I wore them without socks and low profile socks, and there was a little bit of rubbing around the heel. If I wore higher socks, it wasn't an issue, but sometimes it's nice to have that versatility in the socks that you're wearing though. And that's just one other small little thing that I would change. But the things I like about the shoe, the outsole traction is good. The midsole squish is great. The ground feel, the overall heel toe transition is solid. The way that the shoe feels free and liberating in the toe box. The overall snug fit around the laces is just perfect. Like it's like actually almost better than the feeling with laces for somebody that has a little bit of a wider foot on the top right here. It's actually really surprisingly good. And there's also like a lot of reinforcement in the back of the heel and stuff, so I didn't feel like there was any issues with stability or anything. So all in all, I'm actually really impressed with the shoe. $160. If you've tried the standard version, you really like this one, this can be a great alternative for you to try out and just check it out if you guys are interested. If you have the choice of either of these, obviously the standardized pair with the laces is going to be more versatile in case you guys need to cinch down. If you want something a little bit more relaxed but also has enough structure that it feels good and also looks a little bit more sleek, you have another option here. And it's kind of cool that New Balance is expanding and creating different options, and I appreciate the option in this one, and I'm happy that I bought a pair. If you guys want to check the link in the description, it'll take you over to New Balance's site. You can buy your own pair. If you guys do use my link in the description, I do get a kickback from the sale as well as some street cred with New Balance. Lets them know that you guys mess with the channel, and I greatly appreciate when you guys do that. It helps the partnership with myself and New Balance as I create content with them on select videos for you guys every month, so appreciate that. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment in the comment section if this is a model that you guys are looking forward to seeing, or some of the pros and cons that you guys think about the model. Always love to see that as well. And again, if you guys want to see the comparison between the 4 or 5 different like top New Balance running models that I love for a casual at least, leave a comment and I'll do like a little collection video of those. But have a good one. Hopefully we'll see you back for some more videos soon. All right, peace guys.